Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to film a tutorial for you guys. This is going to be a tutorial featuring the Tarte Tarteist Pro palette that recently launched, I want to say a couple months ago or a month or two ago. And I will not lie, I did not have any interest in purchasing it, but I was at Ulta or Macy's, one of the two, and I swatched it and the colors were just really pretty and the mattes seemed really buttery and the metallic shades, even though there is only 4, were just very eye-catching. So I did want to purchase it and I wanted to incorporate this look using this palette because this color really drew me in and I wanted this to be the center of attention for this eye look. So I paired this with a really deep dark brown lip. This is just a true chocolate colored lip, and I know this is not up everybody's alley, but I think that the two pair together really well. So if this is something that cannot work for you, feel free to sub it out for something a little bit more neutral, something a little bit more comfortable for you guys. And yeah, that pretty much sums this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys. So first I'm going to start off by concealing my eyes and just hiding that discoloration. And I'm going in with the Cream Contour Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills with a Sigma brush, and I'm just applying the color Nude to the upper portion of my eyelids and underneath my brow bone just to kind of carve that area out, and like I said earlier, to just kind of hide the discoloration there. And now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer in the color Skin. And this is my favorite eye primer of all time. I use this in every single tutorial. So I just place this on the lower portion of my lids where I'm going to apply my shadows. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out Father, stand by and we will watch the flames burn over and over. Now to set that whole area, I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation in the color Skin on a Zoeva 110 brush, and this will just ensure that the eyeshadow products that you place down will not move and they will not budge, and they will stay wherever you put them all day long. So all the shadows I'm going to be applying to my lids today are going to be coming from this Tarte Tarteist Pro palette. And the first shade I'm going to be going in with is the color Innocent, and I'm using a Sigma E40 brush to just apply this in my crease, and this is just going to create a gradient for us and just create a nice transition. Now I'm going to be going in with the color Whimsy, which is a little bit more of a orangey tone, and I'm taking this a little bit further down in the crease, and I'm still using a Sigma E40 brush to apply it, but as you can see, I'm just taking it down a little bit lower in that crease. And using a different Sigma E40, I'm going on with no additional product and just buffing out that area and making sure it's blended with no choppy lines. So now I'm going to be placing the color Edgy in the outer crease and the inner corner of my eyelids, and I'm creating that halo effect as you can see here, and I'm making sure that I'm just really working hard to just blend this color in because it is a really deep brown. I want it to be very seamless and not so harsh, so you can see that I'm just focusing most of the color on the outer and inner lids, and that is going to help to intensify that area and make it that much more smoky. Now I'm going back to my Sigma E40 and just blending the colors together. I'm going to be going back and forth with this brush because I am working with a lot of colors and I am working with deeper colors, so I just want them all to marry well on the lids. Okay, so to deepen that area up even more, I'm going with the darker brown, and this is the color Smoked out of the palette, and you can see here it's really intensifying the halo shape. And before I was just kind of laying down a color to kind of give us a base, and now I'm going in with something deeper to define that area and make it pop a little bit more, and just intensifying it and making it that much more smoky. Now I'm going to be using the MAC Paint Pot Green Smoke on the center of my lids because this is going to make the color that I want to apply to the center of my lids pop even more. It's got a green undertone to it, so I thought that this paint pot would really help to amplify the color and to intensify it, so that's just what I'm doing here. Now I'm going in with the color Trendy, which is this beautiful duochrome dark blue meets dark green, and this was what I centered this look around, was this color right here. This is the color in the palette that really just drew me in because it was just so unique. It was so beautiful when I swatched it, and I loved the way it applied. When I did swatch it, it just felt very creamy and very easy to use. So that's what I'm doing here. I am applying this on the area where I applied the green smoke, and I'm just going in with my finger and the product just to place a little bit more because I felt like I was getting better pigmentation when using my finger, which sometimes is the case. So with no additional product, I'm going back in with my brush and I'm just blending those two shades together so they look like they flow on the lids. Now I'm going in with my LORAC Frontline Pro eyeliner, and I'm going to be creating a small wing with this look. I feel like false lashes would be absolutely bomb with this look because it would just make the eyes that much more intense, but you know, I'm not a big fan if you watch my channel, but I am creating a good size wing because I want to add that drama and that smokiness to this eye. Now I'm going in with the It Cosmetics Mascara and generously coating my lashes so they look as full and voluminous as they possibly can. You never quite know what that is. You got to pay to play. Just be sure they bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it. Top notch, trump tight every day. So I'm going to be priming my face with the Becca Backlight primer, I believe it's called. This is just a really beautiful luminous primer that's also very hydrating at the same time. And I'm just applying this all over my face. And then I'm going back to that cream contour kit with the color Warm Coral, and I'm just going to use this shade to kind of hide all of my discoloration and kind of even out my skin, because as you can see I have a lot of demarcation on my face. My face was breaking out like crazy last month. I don't know what was going on, but I had to get back on my Glam Glow life, and I bought a new bottle to suffice my skin and just help it out because it really just does the world's a difference. So I'm just going to place this Warm Coral shade in any place where I have discoloration, just to kind of balance out my skin and even out my skin tone when I go to apply my foundation. So I'm going in with the NARS. This is the Luminous, what is this called? The Luminous foundation, I believe it is. And I'm in the color Tahoe. And you guys, I'm using the new Real Techniques Diamond Sponge. Can I tell you how amazing this sponge is? I got one and then I had to go back and get two more because I thought it was epic. Like, this is giving the Beauty Blender a run for its money because it is awesome. It is so soft. I love the dimensions of this sponge because it is perfect for applying any kind of product to your face, and then it has the really nice pointy tip so you can apply products underneath your eyes and get that precision. So now I'm going in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer, and I'm mixing it with my Amazing concealer, and I'm just going to highlight the high points of my face as well as my under eyes. And I'm mixing the two concealers. You don't really have to do the same underneath my eyes because the Amazing Concealer is a little bit thick on its own, and I feel like the Tarte one just helps to blend it out a little bit better so it's not so thick underneath my eyes and it doesn't crease, because it will do that on its own for me. So that's why I'm mixing the two to get really great coverage as well as a seamless canvas underneath my eyes. Now I'm going in with the Mercier Translucent powder with the Baby Beauty Blender to set underneath my eyes. This is just going to prevent it from creasing as well as brightening that area. I love this little beauty blender thing. I thought it was like a gimmicky product, and it came with a set I got, and I can't put it down. I think it's really awesome. Now I'm going in with my favorite setting powder of all time, and I'm using this to set my whole face. This is the Mercier Candlelight Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is in the color number 3. And now I'm going in with my Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC to dust away that translucent powder. And this is in the color Medium Light, I believe it is. Okay, so now for contouring and bronzing, I'm going in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark, and I'm using a Sigma brush to contour. I love this little brush because it really chisels out those jaw lines, and it really helps to make that sharp contour that you're looking for. So I've been loving this, and it works really well with the Mineralized Skin Finish. They work well together on my skin. And for highlight, I'm going in with the MAC Extra Mention Skin Finish. This is in the color Beaming Blush. It's beautiful. I bought all 4, and I think they're all really great quality, and they're easy to get your hands on. They're always available because they are part of the permanent collection, which is also great. And the blush I'm using to apply this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the A23. This is the brush I've been ranting and raving about for months now. It's my favorite for applying highlight because I feel like it does the best with application. Now for blush, I'm going with Becca's Songbird blush, and it looks like a brown neutral tone in the pan, but it's got a pink hue to it, which is really pretty, and I love these blushes. They're amazing. And I'm using a Sephora brush to apply that. And then now I'm going to be going in with the Tarte palette again, and I'm using the color Edgy to smoke out my lower lash line, and I'm just using a flat definer brush to do so. Desolation comes upon the sky. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. And I see fire. So this is completely optional, but I'm going to be using the NARS Rue Bonaparte Nude eyeliner in my waterline because I want my eyes to pop a little bit more. I am using deeper shades, and you can totally use your typical black liner, which would also look really great, but I love the contrast it had against that dark brown, and it just made me look a lot more awake. So to coat my bottom lashes, I'm going with the MAC Hot and Naughty Mascara, and I'm using this one versus the IT Cosmetics one because the wand is a little bit smaller and it's easier for me to use. With the IT Cosmetics one, I will just make a mess and ruin my makeup, which I always do, but that wand is just way too big, and this one is a little bit smaller. For brows, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the, not brow definer, this is the original Brow Wiz. And this is in the color Chocolate. And I'm just doing my eyebrows as per usual.
Go too close to the flame, calling out Father, oh, hold fast and we will watch the flames burn over and on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire.
Now for my second favorite part of this look, I'm going in with the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the color True Grit. This is an amazing liquid lipstick. I love the color. It is the most perfect brown. It is a true deep chocolatey brown. It's just very rich, and I love the way it paired with this look. I thought they both complemented one another, the eyes and the lips, and that's pretty much gonna just lock it in because that lip color is amazing. So I forgot to do this part, so I had to go back. So now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. This is in the color, what is it called? Starlight. And I'm using this to highlight my inner tear ducts as well as my brow bone. Now I'm going to finish it off by setting my face with the Smashbox Primer Water, and this will complete this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you soon.